Welcome to 3D Talk, a Star Wars podcast. Episode 0. A New Dope.
Why wasn't the Empire using aliens so much?
Human-centric because of the Emperor.
Really? Okay, but the Emperor was a clone, right? So he wasn't really human?
Not the original one.
Yeah, the original one was a clone. That was actually now in canon. The clone from, like, oh, Luke, I am your father. Yes, Palpatine's a clone.
Yeah, Palpatine's a clone at the end of the sequels.
No. That's the real Darth Sidious. That's a real person. Palpatine is a clone of Sidious, of Darth Sidious. That's why they don't call him Darth Sidious. They call him Emperor Palpatine. This is new. Okay, so basically, real quick, while we're this is recording, so hopefully this is just a test, but we're waiting for people to come in. Real quick, refresher. They basically retconned, by the way they took away all the extended universe stuff. They retconned it by explaining in the books, like if you read the sequel books, that the Emperor that you see thrown into the Death Star died. He vaporized. Basically, what happened was Darth Sidious was controlling them through basically using his I have every voice inside your head. He was using that to basically then that's how the same way he created Snoke. Snoke was the same thing. He was just a clone of Darth Sidious, but a different looking one.
So let's go back to a Rebels point with him then. Do you think the point in Rebels where they're interfering with time when Ahsoka and Ezra was in the time was that
that's not time though. No. That was a world between worlds. So that's not necessarily time travel. That's what I thought too when I watched it. I was like, no, they're doing time travel. But no. That was more about closing the loop. It's all about balance. So it is time travel to us the way we watched it because Ahsoka fighting Anakin happened pretty much bam when he went in there. So it's like, oh, he saved her from that. But that was always going to happen. So it was kind of like the whatever happened timeline or Lost kind of time travel. So it's not like you can go back and change things in Star Wars because the crystals themselves are alive. The kyber crystals they explain have like a force and a life inside them. They're the ones that created this bond, the world between worlds, the bond between Jedi and this world between worlds. It's more about keeping things in balance, not necessarily going back and changing things.
Well, that's also where Anakin actually had the chance to actually keep the balance when they went to the original Jedi Temple with the original founders. The sister, the father, the sister, and the brother. Yeah, and Anakin. And then in that moment, Anakin was actually shown what he would become, but the father immediately made him forget. But in that moment, the brother and sister were pretty much killed, and the father was left alone. But they were supposed to be the original founders of the Force.
Okay. All right. So before let's close our first topic out though, the Thrawn thing, because the main thing we're going forward, we're gonna see him because. This is maybe, this is not really a theory. I think this is just what's going on. I think they're going to be bringing Thrawn in as the Thanos of, the Mandalorian and all the future Star Wars stuff going forward. So, right now, I'm just curious, who is going to, in your minds, play him? If we had a, final answer kind of thing, moving on, if you had to name a name, who would it be? Who's Thrawn?
Reeves for me.
Alexander Skarsgård.
Okay, moving on.